Thank you very much, Glenn Grant, for joining us today and sharing your insight all the way from Latvia. Thank you very much. Now we move on to our next news. According to reports, Russia says a Ukrainian drone strike overnight triggered multiple fires in the southern Rostov region. A power substation caught fire, but officials confirmed no injuries. Russia's defense ministry claims its forces shot down 24 drones, including seven over Rostov. The region has been regular target of Ukrainian drone attacks. Meanwhile, in Ukraine, according to reports, a Russian airstrike on the town of Lozowa in the Kharkiv region. Local officials say 2 children were injured and several homes, apartments, and critical infrastructure were damaged. These strikes come as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky releases a strong message on social media. He says Russia is prolonging the war because it has the money to do so. Zelensky calls for more sanctions, weapons, and international political pressure to force Russia towards peace. He also thanked President Donald Trump for showing determination to end the war, saying new sanctions and growing pressure are already having an impact inside of Russia. Now for this discussion, we're joined by retired Major General Sudhakarji. He's a senior geopolitical and strategic defense expert. Thank you, Sudhakarji, for joining us today. Good to see you. Now, what's your reaction towards this news?
Good morning. Thank you for getting me to your show. As regards the question and the preamble which you have just shared, unfortunately, the reality is something different. It is not being understood by the Western Alliance. And if at all Putin invaded Ukraine back in 2022, 24th of February, then the fundamental reason must be understood as to why did he invade. So if that is not understood, then perhaps we may continue putting pressure and imposing sanctions. And as far as sanctions are concerned, there are more than 16,000 sanctions imposed on Russia as of today. And at places I have been reading that there are about 30,000 sanctions imposed on Russia for past several years from 2014 till date. So sanctions won't actually give us a lasting solution. As regards the use of the drones on the infrastructure in the hinterland of Russia, well, that may be the objective and one of the aims of Ukrainian forces. Application of the Ukraine resources, warlike resources in deep hinterland infrastructure projects of Russia, as far as Zelensky is concerned, it may be understood as you are attacking and decimating the war effort of Russia, but unfortunately it is not so. These are all activities which are providing essential trigger to prolong the war. The bigger cause and the reason of Russo-Ukraine war is the expansion of the NATO sphere of influence as against what was committed on 9th of February 1990 by James Baker, the Secretary of State of USA, to Mikhail Gorbachev in Moscow. So as against that commitment, the Western alliances or the NATO forces have continued expanding the sphere of influence. If there is no solution to this and the fundamental demands of Russia, I don't think any amount of pressure, any sanction on any country, including India, is not going to bring about ceasefire that we are contemplating. Back to Vasu.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, retired Major General Sudhakarji, for